Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back everyone to my monthly real estate portfolio update where I show you guys my buys and sells and the progress I made with my real estate portfolio. This is the Lofty marketplace where you can buy hundreds of properties throughout the United States. Not only can you buy these properties, but you can also buy them in fractional shares. That means that you don't have to buy the whole house. You can buy 1%, 2%, 5% of the house. You can even buy 0.25% of the house. You can buy based on how many shares you want to get. Some of these new properties, they look amazing and solid. Like for example, this property right here, 51 Street, their rental yield is what? Almost 30%. We got 14.5%, 18%, 8.2%, 10%, 13%, 6%, 5%, 11.9%, 5%, 8% in just rental income. Not only you will be getting this 8% in rental income, you will also be getting property appreciation over time. Now let's take you guys back to my dashboard, which you guys can see right here. Currently my portfolio is at $13,700, but before I do that, I want to show you guys my last month's update I did before I show you guys my current portfolio update. In my last video, my portfolio value was around $9,300 with about 21 different properties. Just to show you how much it grew since my last update, before it used to be $9,500, now it's at $13,700. I was blessed enough to add some money, rental income, and the portfolio appreciation helped my overall portfolio to increase. Currently my portfolio is at $13,700, put in about $12,000. My cost basis is about $12,800, which you guys can see right here. It's about $12,800 and currently I have $13,700. So I made a little bit over $900 in rental income and portfolio appreciation, and $323 was just rental income, and currently with a rent balance of $2.29 with 23 different properties. Out of these 23 properties, I have about 277 total tokens or total shares. And these are some of the properties that I have down here, which I'll show you guys in a bit. So guys, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I make these monthly updates to show how well my portfolio is doing over the long run. So hit the subscribe button to keep track of my portfolio on a monthly basis. One of the reasons why I do this is to keep us, me and you guys, motivated to continue to invest. Hopefully one day we can make this into a 6-figure real estate portfolio with $100,000. For the new investors out there, I want to quickly go over what Lofty is. Lofty is pretty much a crowdfunded marketplace where they allow you to invest in tokenized real estate on the blockchain as little as $50. So they pretty much take one property, they turn it into an LLC, and they divide it by $50 a share. We're able to buy these shares using the Lofty platform. So how does Lofty benefit from this? So pretty much Lofty is a marketplace, right? They make their money off of the transaction that goes through, and they get a small percentage from the transaction fee, and that's how they make their money. Point out that I make about $2.29 per day. So I'm going to pull up my calculator. Currently I make about $2.29 per day. I'm going to times it by 30. I'm making about $68, or in other words, I'm making about $70 in rental income per month. If I times it by, instead of 30, I'm going to times it by 365. I get about $835. As I said earlier, my cost basis was around $12,800. So I'm going to divide this by 12,800, and then I'm going to times it by 100, get in percent form. Currently, I'm making about 6.5% in rental income. My goal is to eventually get this portfolio value up to around 12% on a yearly basis. So currently my cost basis yield is 6.5%. If you guys are thinking about opening up a Lofty portfolio, I'm going to show you guys how you guys can use my referral link. You also get $20 just for signing up. So it's pretty much a win-win situation. You don't have to use my link. Make sure you guys use a link, and that way you get $20 and I also get something back. I do want to point out that in order for the referral program to work, you do have to spend, once you open up an account using my referral link, you do have to spend $250 in property on Lofty within the first 30 days. So as soon as you signed up, put in some money, $250, $300, and that way you will qualify to get that bonus or the reward, or else you don't get it. So make sure you guys sign up using my link or any link, and you'll get back $20 or $25 depending on the promotion they have. Just keep in mind you do have to spend $250 within the first month. It's a win-win situation. You can't lose. So I'm going to take you guys back to my account. So these are the properties that I have. Currently, I have about 23 different properties. I'm going to go through it. You guys seen my last video. I have added a lot of shares throughout the time. I'm buying more and more. Every chance I get a discount, every chance I see an opportunity. So again, I have 1677 Walker. I have 2 shares. Area Street, I got 4 shares. 8143, I have about 12 shares out of 7,000 shares. Pagewood, one of my favorite company right there, or one of my favorite real estate out there, I have 18 shares. I own almost 0.75% of this property. My goal is to get this property 1% owner, and that's my goal for all the properties, is to be a legit owner. I personally think that if you don't have 1% in the property, you really are not a property owner. So my goal is to have 1% in each of the properties. 25 Circle Street, I have about 13 shares, which current value of $681. And remember, look at the rental yield on this. I'm getting it changes on a monthly basis. I'm getting 9.5%. This one I'm getting about 7.7%, 30 shares, which is 1.39%. So I own almost 1.5% of this house with a current value of $1,500. I'm just going to scroll down for you guys so you guys can take a look. I have Grovewood, 16 shares, paying about 6.5. Remember, they change based on how well the property is doing. 10 tokens of Leclerc, they literally own a McDonald's. I have 24 shares of this. I'm currently making 5% on this. Look closely, there's like 0% here. And the reason why it's 0% is because they're trying to increase their reserve. Currently, this property is at $37 a share. Their rental yield is what? 0%. Are they getting rent right now? If you look closely, Unit 1F is rented out. Okay, 2F is not paying. Pretty much 3 out of the 4 units are being rented out and receiving money. It's just that their reserve is down. Eventually, their reserve will come back up. That's why it says 0%. Once the reserve is full, you are expected to make around 11.8% in rental income. I'm going to show you guys. Keep scrolling down. 1 share. I got 20 shares out of 1,971. So I own 1% of this property. We're making about 8.17%. 8 shares. Yeah, I have 23 shares, almost making 5%. I made $41 off of this just one property. 6%, 0%. I own 1% of this property. Another one of my favorite properties is this one, 126115 Jackson Avenue. 24 shares. I'm making about 13.6% in rental income. And then we scroll down here. I'm making 24 shares. I'm making 18.4% in rental income. So before I show you guys one of these properties, I just want to take you guys my tracker. This is how I track my income. I'm a little bit behind, but eventually as I make more updates, I will get to the current month. August 2022, I made $1. September, I made $6. October, I made $16. November, I made $19.43. And then for the month of December 2022, I made $23. What I do want to point out is that month after month, my rental income is increasing. Eventually, it should reach 20, 30, 40, 50. As I said, currently I'm at around almost $70 in rental income. My goal is to get this portfolio to at $100 per month as soon as possible. Daily, I'm making about $2.29 right now. It should be a lot higher once the reserves are up. All right, I want to show you guys one of the properties that I own is 902 Carlin Drive. This is actually an Airbnb that the host is renting out, and we as a part shareholder, we get to reap in the benefit. I do want to point out that this property has a loan of $30,000. As a Muslim, we don't want to be involved in loans or interest. But the good thing here is that the owner of the property, manager Prosper, is selling a portion of his equity, meaning that his share of the property, he's selling. We're not buying the share that is loaned off. We're not buying the debt, at least based on my current understanding. And the best part is that investors on Lofty do not pay a portion of the debt because the debt is on this property manager. He's the one who has to pay the debt. That means that we're not paying any interest. As the owner pays off the property, the rental yield will also go down. He does plan to keep 30 to 40% ownership of this property. We want to see properties that are fully paid off, but this is paying off 18.4%. Just keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I certified to able to certify if these properties are halal or haram. In other words, if they are permissible or not permissible to invest in terms of a Islamic perspective. But again, this is a solid company. You guys are welcome to invest in anything you guys like. I want to scroll down a little bit. One thing I like about this property is that they show us the revenue and expense. They're very transparent. This is the revenue and expense for August 2023, and this is the latest up they have. So for the month of August, they made around $11,000 and their expense is $7,500, and we get to keep the difference in profit, which is split amongst all the shareholders based on the amount of percentage they own. I like it how they keep the expense down and they have everything here laid out to you, very transparent, very clear. As always, guys, if you guys made it this far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you guys are thinking about opening up a Lofty account, you can take a look. Use my referral link. And that way you get something, I get something. Just make sure you spend $250 in the first month, and that way your referral bonus counts. As always, guys, thank you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Bye, everyone. We'll see you guys next time.